So, David, what you doing?
Thank you. Most people don't do that on the show because I go, well, no, you usually do it. I shouldn't be so mean.
I heard the show. I've heard the show once.
Once. A couple things this week. First things first, I played a new board. Well, not a new board game. I played a board game with you that was new.
Yes.
Because I always play board games.
With who, David?
Huh?
With who?
You.
Wait, you play board games?
With Gerald.
With Gerald.
We got audio listeners. You can't just say you.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'm not used to another person. With Gerald.
Yes, it was great.
It's called Qwirkle. It is a abstract strategy game. Think of like... let me think of another game that kind of this fits. It's like a dominoes. It has a dominoes kind of feel to it.
Yeah, kind of.
Where you're trying to match. So basically in the game, there's a bunch of tiles. And the tiles have 6 different shapes, like, squares, starbursts, circles. Pluses, stuff like that. And then you have 6 different colors. Red,
Isn't
blue.
starburst like a square?
Yeah, it is, kind of is. But what you do on your turn is you can place tiles down on your turn and you get points when you add to a certain line of... you can either add... tiles of the same color, of different shapes, or the same shape of all the different colors. So you're trying to do this like dominoes thing. You put a 2 down on a domino, you got to match it up with another 2. It's basically that simple concept. But if you finish a line that has all 6 of either, again, this is kind of hard.
All
to
the
do.
different, all the 6 different colors or the 6 different shapes, and you get bonus points.
You get bonus points. So there's this idea that like I don't want to place the 5th one because what if Gerald has the 6th tile and he's going to get bonus points for placing that? So there's a lot of this like blocking part where you're like, what do you have?
I really like the game though because I won.
Yeah, you won. You crushed
the floor with David.
But it's 2 to 4 players. It's about $25. You can get it at Target. We have the travel version. We played it online on Tabletop Simulator. It takes literally like 2 seconds to learn.
Are there magnets on the travel size one? Like
No.
they stick together? Oh, that'd be so cool.
No, that would be cool. But you got to pick this game up if you like any kind of if you like board games. It's got enough strategy in it for like people who are big time board gamers because it's like a Scrabble, like it's casual, but they have like tournaments for Scrabble, like no jokes, you know what I mean? Like it's not a joke. And
most boring tournament ever.
no, but I mean that's the point.
Dictionaries.
Difficult to or easy to play, difficult to master type thing, and it's a lot of fun. And even with more players, it gets even crazier because then you have other people going. Oh,
yeah,
I don't want
crazy because it was just you and me. I mean, that's crazy with 4 people.
Yeah, so it's a very simple game. You got to check it out. It's called Corkle. Like I said, we have the travel version, which I think is like $10 on Amazon.
Oh, really cheap.
Just the tiles are smaller. Which is just harder to see when you are putting it on the table. But the bigger size ones you can pick up at like a Target for $25. Definitely a good gift for somebody for holiday season. Speaking of holiday season, I had some news. I baby birded it last week. So we're going to start our second annual. I love that it's second annual. That's crazy. Sounds like we're super official. Our holiday giveaway. So if you remember last year, we got in touch with a bunch of different people to donate stuff as well as we gave away a bunch of different prizes. And this year we're kind of changing it. We want to make it easier. This year, what you're going to need to do to participate in it, and the contest will start next week. We'll start announcing prizes next week. It'll run all the way through December, and then we'll announce the winners on our January 2nd episode, which will be our best of 2016 episode.
That was a fun episode last year.
Yeah, it was
good.
Wait. Lots of good stuff there. But very simple. All you need to do is donate $5 or more to toysfortots.org/donate, and then just snap a photo of your donation and then post it to any of the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, with hashtag SDS giveaway.
Are we doing the physical toys too, same as last year, as well as that, or we're just doing this
just
to
do
make
the
it
Toys
easier?
for Tots. Yeah, make it easier. We got a much better, bigger turnout with June for St. Jude's because it's just easiher for people to donate money. Obviously, if you want to do that and send us photos,
that's what I'm saying.
I'll
Like, give
put your
them the
photo
option.
in our video podcast. Trust me. Like I'll give everybody a shout out who wants to do that. And then, like I said, we'll announce and then let everybody know, share it on all that good stuff, and then I'll start announcing. I've already got the wheels turning. We'll have more details. Trust me, we'll have lots of more details.
And if you know of our other previous giveaways, we give away lots of stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Like, a lot, like too much almost.
Yeah,
David.
sometimes we give away too much.
Yeah.
Spend the whole podcast just talking about prizes.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun.
But also, if you are out there and you want, obviously, we want you to donate to participate in the contest. But if you want to give away a gift or whatever as part of the contest, you actually want to donate a gift to give to other people, let us know. Just shoot us an email to sitdownstandard@gmail.com and we'll get that done. So.
I thought it was Facebook.com. That's what.
No, this is what Jordan always says. It is not.
You're the wrong guest, Dan.
So that's all I got. What do you got?
Got a couple things, David. I went to a doctor.
Wait a second. What you got?
It's what you're doing.
What you doing?
The segment.
Wait,
Thank you.
What's this?
It's called What You Doing. I sing, for God's sake. All right, I say it
whenever I want.
I say it more than anyone else on this podcast.
So got new medical insurance. None of that really matters. Went to go see a doctor, a new doctor to get all physical, get my blood work. David, I have sad news.
Uh-oh.
Turns out I'm dying.
Metachlorians?
I'm dying, David.
Oh, okay.
Because we're all dying. Yeah. That makes more
Wow, way to bring up the
Like,
podcast.
super slow.
I do have a get off my lawn, though. I don't know if you guys have the same experience with doctors, but when you make a appointment, do you expect to be helped at that time?
Yeah, you were misinformed. Yeah, that's not how it works.
The last doctor I had did.
No, doctors...
When was your appointment? What time?
4:00.
That's why.
Well, I got there at 3:15 to fill out paperwork and all that stuff.
You only need 15 minutes.
need to do it
Honestly,
early.
I thought the appointment was at 3:30, but I left. But I got there
Okay,
like
so
wicked
now
early.
you're now about to tell us you're mad that the doctor got the time wrong when you just said I got the time wrong. Now, granted, you got
No, I
there
showed up
early.
early, yeah.
No, I know. I mean, if you're going to mess up, I suppose that's okay.
But what
But
you're
like a
saying
girl
is
before me.
You were there till 5?
No, I left the appointment at 6.
Okay.
But my appointment was at 4. I didn't see the doctor till about almost 5.
Yeah, the trick is to try to go earlier because the reality is that people
Like make my appointment earlier?
Yeah, because doctors they good doctors honestly spend
don't
enough
want-
time with people instead of like, okay, I gotta get I know you're hurting, but what is it exactly that's wrong with you? Okay, here's your medication. Blah.
Okay.
They want to good doctors spend time with their patients enough that is required to
Well, the thing that kind of pissed
provide
me off
medical
is
advice.
like this girl came in after me, like about 30 minutes after me, and she was seen right away because her appointment was before mine, but she was late to her appointment.
Yeah, but here's the trick: you call the doctor's office about an hour before you think your appointment is, and you say how far behind is the doctor, and then they'll tell you whether she's behind or whatever. That's really what you should do. That's honestly the practice that we.
Or just ask how early you can make the appointment and go to the earliest appointment.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
but I like
trick.
going later because I can take like the last couple hours of my day off versus like the first.
So
and
now
it's
you
just kind of...
can't complain then.
Oh, I can complain because I made an appointment. Anyway, the other thing I have to complain about is the forms, David. The forms.
Yeah.
This is 2016.
Yeah.
Why do I have to fill out these forms using a pen or whatever, and then fill out the same exact information 2 or 3 times on different pieces of paper?
You want to know why?
So annoying.
People like me exist. Attorneys. That's why.
Yeah, but just
No,
either
I'm being honest.
give me a tablet to fill it out for one. I could type a lot quicker. My penmanship is terrible. You have to ask me these questions again.
Yeah,
anyways.
the funny thing is it all gets transcribed or scanned in by
Exactly.
the assistant. No, the reality is that is a big problem in the medical field, the paper trail and the required all of the there's a move obviously to go digital.
It was like HIPAA regulations and all that kind of crap too.
Yeah, there's some of that too, but I mean it all gets scanned in digitally anyway, so it's
But
not
like, so I give her my insurance card, right? She scans it, fills in the all information, and then on the sheet, it's asked me to write in all the information. Like, I just gave it to you. How about you fill in that information? You already have it.
Yeah, it depends on the office. I've had they're like, don't fill out the top part. You're going to give me your ID. I'm going to fill it out for you.
Yeah, get up my lawn.
Yeah, I
doctors.
did the same thing. I did the same thing last time I went. I was just like, I was here 6 months ago, and I gave you all this information already. And they're like, yeah, but it changes every 6 months. I was like,
Didn't for me.
no, it didn't change at all.
My
So
name now is-
You can
yeah.
just copy what I had before 6 months ago and just put that in there. And like, no, per the office, we need to do it every single time. And I was like, well, I'm kind of concerned about where the paperwork was I gave you last, 6 months ago. If all, especially since this has my social security number on it, where did it go?
Yeah, again, I think the reality is that the reason why they do that is to assure themselves that they have a policy in place. Let's say, for instance, someone messes up and an attorney like me comes along and represents a client that says, hey,
It's David's fault.
no, I'm being honest.
Thanks a
It's,
lot.
No, we are
lawyers.
too. It's your fault.
no, not mine specifically, but I think the reality is that they want to be able to say, hey, every 6 months we check with our patients to make sure that the information is up to date and accurate. So
Wouldn't it be better just to ask them if anything's changed? If not, we'll leave it the same.
it depends. Some offices do that.
Oh, I'm
Some
sure
offices
some do.
just say, just fill it out. I don't want to have to, because somebody would be like, no, because it assumes that the person that you're asking knows what the original stuff was.
Right.
And sometimes you can get in trouble with that.
So if you've had to wait at a doctor's office for a really long time, David's personal email address, since
Yeah,
it's his fault,
exactly, yeah.
is
David.Bray.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's just, I think it is, that's part of it. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's a problem. And then if we fix it the other way, it won't, a new group of people will be upset. So yeah, it's an inconvenience. Sorry. But no, truly call the doctor before you go. Call their office and say, hey, is he or she behind? And they'll tell you.
make an early appointment and stop skipping work.
Yeah. Come on.
Why aren't they open on
and
Saturdays?
get a haircut. Get a haircut, all right, buddy?
And they're not open on Saturdays
Damn
either.
hippie.
They're like closed
Depends.
Saturday, Sundays.
No, some
I'm
of
like,
Some are open.
so the working people.
Yeah.
Get a better
collar
job.
workers.
Oh, yeah. You and your IT blue collar.
Anyways, a couple other things too. I played a new mobile game. It's called The Trail. It is from
I did see this. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It came from 22 Cans, which is Peter Molyneux's game studio. It's kind of like Oregon Trail. Like you're pretty much just you just went to the new world. You don't have anything on you except a little bit of money, and you literally walk down this trail in the forest from camp to camp, slowly getting resources like sticks and stones, and you craft stuff. So you can craft an axe, and now I can chop down trees and get big pieces of wood and carve this and sell. And you're slowly trying to get money to make it to this. I think it's called Eden Falls or something. I haven't gotten there yet, but apparently you can like build your own like house and like a business and all that kind of stuff. And it is kind of MMO. So like when you get to a campsite, you'll see other real players and you could trade with them, all that stuff. It's very cool. What else did I write
See,
down?
I was when I saw that, because it was on when every once in a while I'll go to like the app store and I'll see like what's the editor's choice, and that was one of them at the top, and I was like, oh cool, and I clicked on it and artwork looks fantastic.
It's really
very,
cool.
It's very high res, looks great. And I was watching the video and I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like you build like all the things you're saying, and then it got to the MMO part and I was like, oh, I'm done. Like I don't, because then it requires that the game can never be finished. The game has to continue on indefinitely. Does that make sense?
I guess you're saying.
I
don't know if there's an end yet. But you're probably right. I assume it doesn't.
Right, because
it's not just a single player campaign.
That's what I was looking for. I wanted like a story, and I wanted like these twists and turns. But because it's a MMO, the narrative has to take backseat. There are MMOs out there that do have a decent story, but because you have players at multiple different levels interacting with each other at the same time, that narrative has to be.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's a mobile game, David.
I know.
You're not going to get some kind of strong narrative out of a mobile game.
I would argue that you can.
It's not really likely.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's very cool. It is free to download. Of course, there are microtransactions where you can buy coins and buy cool shit. But but yeah, so it's free. I recommend everyone go check it out. What else did
How much have you played it?
Couple hours. A few hours, yeah. I'm almost to Eden Falls.
Are you playing it? It's not on. Is it cross-platform? Can you play it on the iPad at the same time or no? Have you even tried it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I haven't tried it though, but no, I just played on my iPhone. Anyway, I saw a movie last night, David, called Arrival.
That's a proper introduction. Sorry, the stupid trailer.
Anyway, it stars Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, Forrest Whitaker. It's a...
Hold on. I don't... Because the marketing for this movie has basically told people nothing.
Which is good, because you shouldn't know much.
No, I know, and I'm telling you, please don't do that.
What?
Tell me about the movie, but please don't tell me about the movie.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything, because I definitely want people to go see this movie. It's an excellent movie. It's from the same director who did Sicario. I don't know if you saw that movie, but again, really good, excellent cinematography and music were probably the best parts of this movie. But it's aliens come to Earth, David and Dan. Aliens come to Earth, and
they get a link. They get a translator, like the world's best translator.
Yeah, the biggest thing, it's not like action. It's not like Independence Day, Welcome to Earth, or anything like that.
It's like
Though the ships kind of look like Independence Day ships like this. Not like Contact either. But it's more about like it's like based in realism. Obviously, it's like, okay, we got aliens here.
What would we do?
We need to ask them, why are they here? What do they want?
It's like Mars Attacks.
Exactly.
I was just trying to reference it to something else. Okay.
So they get a language expert and they get a science expert, Jeremy Renner, and they pretty much push them in front of the aliens. All right, here you go. We need you to figure out how to communicate with these, and we need to ask them these two questions. That's the movie.
That's cool.
Shield.
It's very cool.
No, I always appreciate. I think Signs is one of the few movies that did it well. Was this idea of like, how would we actually react versus like the Will Smith, I'm going to punch the alien in the face and learn how to drive.
Which is fine.
It has its place.
This is a lot more realistic.
Welcome to Earth.
Right, exactly. But it's
that's
the same.
What I call third encounter.
Right, that's so dumb. The point that I'm making is like there are movies like zombie movies that play up the like Zombie Land or even Walking Dead or not Walking Dead but Day of the Dead where it's like it's like, you would never do all that. I mean, maybe you guys would, but I would think I would react in a different way. It would be the sense of loneliness and the sense of like, we have to get together and band together and like, what are we going to actually do? How are we going to survive?
Twinkies.
Right.
Oh, I'd die because I'm fat. So.
No, but my point.
That's the first rule, right? Cardio.
But those kinds of stories are also very, very interesting where it's not, the focus is not on fighting. It's about like, what would we actually do? And Signs, like that moment where the alien walks across I remember they're watching TV and like the little girls at their birthday party or whatever, and the alien walks by and they all start screaming. Like that was terrifying. Yeah. And that's fun. Like it's fun to be scared and like what would we actually do?
There's like some geopolitical stuff too because there are 12 that land all around different cities around the Earth. Kind of like Independence Day, but they're not major cities. They're just random places. So it's more like, how can we work, obviously get our stuff, but communicate with others. And then like, what if, I don't want to share my research with you and, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I love the fact that if aliens come, like we all got to figure it out. Like, come on, stop. Like it's the stakes have now been fully raised.
But it's a very cool movie. There are a lot of twists and stuff. They're like, oh wow. Some of them I did see coming, which is disappointing, but go check it out. It's very good. Like I said, if you like Sicario, that movie had a bunch of cool twists and stuff in it too. It's really good. Check it out. It's called Arrival. Came out this week.
Okay.
Last thing I got, David, we could talk about this for a little bit. I finished reading this book. This is Aftermath Life Debt